Hey, what's going on, guys? Will Galloway, Uncle Bill by Houses. I'm so excited about this episode because here we're going to be talking about 10 different ways that you can find cash buyers for your wholesale deals. Let's get into it.
I've been blessed to make some money off of real estate. Subscribe to the channel, I can show the way. Uncle Bill buy houses, let them demonstrate. Uncle Bill buy houses, let them demonstrate. Real estate crazy, know that God made me. Real estate pay me, real estate pay me. Tune in now. Real estate pay me, real estate pay me, real estate pay me.
All right, guys, let's jump straight into it. Welcome to the Real Estate Pays Me YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is for everybody who's just getting started, aspiring investors who want to learn real estate, whether it's wholesaling, fix and flips, Section 8 rentals in general, just anything real estate related. I'm going to be bringing you guys the latest, hottest ways to get started, ways to do the business, just educating you and giving you the free information that you need to get off the sideline and get into the game right now, because this is the most important time to get into real estate, I believe, whether you're starting wholesaling, whether you're fixing, flipping, you want to be a rehabber, or whether you want to get into the rental game. I'm going to be dropping gems. So make sure you guys like this video, comment, give me your feedback, and most importantly, subscribe to your boy's channel so I can always alert you when the next video coming up. So let's jump into it. This is no fluff zone. We're going to jump straight into it. The first way that you can basically sell your properties to cash buyers. So when we're talking about wholesaling houses, and when you're wholesaling houses, one of the most important steps in wholesaling houses, most people think is finding a property, but me personally, I think it's being able to sell the property, because you can always find a property, you can always put a property in the contract. I mean, I ain't gonna say that's the easy part, but it's not that hard once you get it. But selling the property, it's an art and science to it, right? And I'm going to give you 10 different ways that have helped me over the years. I've been doing this business since 2013, and I'm going to give you some of my top strategies on how to be able to sell your deals. So let's jump into it. The first way is, which I think this is the way that I think everybody, especially if you're just getting started and you want to know a little bit more about the business, one of the first ways, and this is actually how I closed my first deal. I actually leveraged another wholesaler, right? So number one is leveraging other wholesalers, and we call it JV, which means joint venture, or partner with another wholesaler, and somebody who's actually doing the same thing, that you're doing, wholesaling houses. They may have more experience than you. They may have a biggest buyers list than you. Like in my market, I'm here in the Atlanta market. I have a lot of wholesalers, especially the new ones, upcoming wholesalers. They leverage me and my buyers because over the years, I've built a bigger buyers list, right? So they leverage my buyers. So that's a great way to, be able to sell your wholesale deals. And most wholesalers, especially the ones that has experience like myself, they have a built buyers list that they've built and nurtured over the years, right? So this is how that transaction will look. So you would say, hey, I got a property under contract. I need help selling the property. And hey, there's several ways you can do it. Either you're going to partner with them and do a percentage, and you can say, hey, we can split the profits 50-50. That's the most common things. You can do 70-30, you can do 60-40, whatever your choice is, but that's the most average way that people are actually doing it, is splitting it 50-50, right? So if a deal closed, they have the buyer, you have the seller, y'all close the deal together, then you guys split the profits. Again, you can do fees. You can say, hey, I'll pay you $2,000, I'll pay you $5,000. I mean, again, everything's negotiable. So that's strategy number one. So strategy number two, let's jump into it, is the same way you're going to leverage wholesalers. We're leveraging realtors the same way, right? Because realtors, believe it or not, they have built their investor portfolio as well of investors that's looking for more fix and flips, because a realtor's job is to be able to get that buyer to buy another property so they can fix that property. And hopefully that realtor want to be able to list that property when it's time to go on the retail market. So they're always continuously looking for more deals for their clients so they can be able to have that listing and they can make more money. So leveraging agents is very, very crucial. And believe it or not, they have a knack for the markets, and they know who's buying, who's selling. They have other agent or realtor friends that actually have buyers as well. So that's a great networking tool. A lot of realtors, we partner with them as well. So I believe realtors is the number two option, and that's a great, great option. So let's jump into the number three option, right? So number three would be Facebook groups, and just Facebook in general, right? So we're going to do Facebook groups two different ways, right? Well, actually, we're going to do it three different ways. I'm going to give you the sauce today. I'm not holding back. So this is how we leverage Facebook three different ways. First way we leverage Facebook is we just do a post, right? And you want to make sure, like, when you're on Facebook, I know a lot of you guys have a lot of friends and family members that's your friends on there, but you need to get in the habit of start befriending people who are in the real estate industry, especially people who are in your local market that you're selling these properties in. So the more people that you befriend and become friends with, the more times you get to see their properties, you get to see what's going on in the market, you get to see postings that they're doing. And then you also get to, when you're posting properties, just like they're seeing you're seeing their listings, they're going to see your listings, right? So you might do a random post and say, hey, I got this property for sale, 123 Main Street, blah, blah, blah. And all of the people that you friended in your community, people that you network with in your market, they're going to see your post. And again, going back to the example number one, leveraging other wholesalers and leveraging other agents. These agents and wholesalers that you became friends with on Facebook, they're going to see your post and they might say, hey, I got a buyer for that property, right? So that's the first way I use Facebook. The second way I use Facebook is Facebook groups. So if you go to the groups column in your Facebook account and you search real estate groups in Atlanta, real estate groups in Tennessee, real estate groups in Michigan, Detroit, Atlanta, wherever you are, there's going to be hundreds of different Facebook groups, and you need to join all of them. So whatever market you're in, you need to be in all of those Facebook groups. So going back to what I said earlier, you're going to be able to see different people posting properties. You're going to see people talking and networking. And then again, you'll be able to leverage these Facebook groups because guess what? A lot of these Facebook groups got tens of thousands of members, right? So imagine you're leveraging this Facebook group to post your property for sale and there's 100,000 members in there. If you got a hot smoking property, you're going to get your DMs and going to get blown up from people that want to message you, or you're going to get comments of people that want to say, hey, I just sent you a DM. Hey, email me the details. Hey, give me a call. I want that property, so that's the second way I leverage Facebook. The third way I leverage Facebook is Marketplace, right? So, you can use Facebook Marketplace. You can create a listing. And with that listing, you can pretty much sell that property, on the Facebook Marketplace. And a lot of buyers are every day looking for properties on the Marketplace. So that's a great way to leverage Facebook, 3 different ways. The fourth way, we're going to the fourth option. We're going to keep going because I want to be able to get this get this thing done. And I want to be able to get whatever property you have on the contract sold as soon as possible, right? So the fourth way that we're going to be leveraging finding cash buyers for your deals is bandit signs. Believe it or not, these bandit signs still work. They're tried, they're proven, and they always come through, right? So I used to leverage Facebook to find sellers, which they still work for finding sellers too. We buy houses with a phone number, Google Voice number. That still works. But with the buyers, it works just as good. So instead of getting a printed version, because some of y'all go to Dirt Cheap Signs and get the printed version, We Buy Houses signs, when you're doing the buyers, it's kind of the opposite, right? You want to handwrite it with a blank sign, white sign, get a black Sharpie, and you want to put, investor special 3-2 or whatever the bedroom and bathrooms is, and put whatever the asking price is and put your phone number on there, right? So when somebody see that homemade sign, if it's a buyer ride through the neighborhood, you want to flag the area with about 50 signs of the areas where the property is. This is if you're in your local market. If you're in a virtual market, it might be challenging. But if you're in a virtual market, this is the best way to flag your area, flag that neighborhood where that property is, and then you guys will be able to sell that property as soon as possible, flagging that area. So that's using bandit signs. Hold tight. I know you enjoyed this video, but hey, I just wanted to take some time to introduce you to my newest community inside of the school platform. It's called the Flip University. Now, once you get inside of the Flip University, you'll instantly have access to over 5 courses that's already uploaded in there, going over wholesaling, creative financing, just real estate in general, marketing. You'll have access to all of these courses already once you get inside. We also have a general discussion tab. So anytime you get stuck, you got a question, somebody, either me or somebody on my team, will answer that question on the go. And also we do weekly Zoom coaching calls, right? So if you want to jump on a call, you want to go over something, you got a question, you want to go over a deal, anything you want to talk about, you'll have access to me and my team on those Zoom weekly coaching calls. One of the best things I like about the community is I've started implementing one live in-person walkthroughs of one of my properties here in Atlanta. That's right. You get a chance to come to Atlanta. You get a chance to meet me in person at one of my properties. It might be one of my rentals, one of my fix and flips. You'll be able to walk through these properties. You'll be able to ask me any question you want to about the property or anything you got going on. This is what I have for you inside of the Flip University. hands down, best thing going right now. If you want to get started, you get a chance to vibe and network with other like-minded individuals. So if you want to know a little bit more about the Flip University, click the link in the bio somewhere. You'll see the post. All right, get back to the video. Let's go. That's using bandit signs. Now, number 5, we're in number 5 right now. So number 5, I would say building an email list of buyers, right? So as you're networking and as you're talking to these agents, and you're going to be calling agents, I always say cold call agents, cold call wholesalers, get their numbers, get their email addresses, and you want to do an email blast. You want to build your email list up of just networking with so many different investors. I'm gonna give one of the steps on how you can find these investors and how you can find their emails, but you definitely want to be able to build an emails list. And that's why I say leverage other wholesalers, because some of these wholesalers have these gigantic email lists, and you can leverage their email list, and you can, be able to get that property emailed over to thousands of buyers and hopefully find a buyer on your next deal. So we're going into number 6. We're going to keep it moving. Number 6 strategy is investor lift software, right? This is, a hot software. It has taken over the wholesaling industry. I leverage the software. It's called Investor Lift. Go to investorlift.com, and I should be able to, if you interested in, getting a free trial about that, I believe I have an affiliate link for that. So just shoot me a message in the comments and I'll make sure I send you that link. But Investor Lift is basically a software where pretty much all the big wholesalers in the country are using it right now. And a lot of buyers are leveraging it as well. So when buyers are looking and they see a property on that website, it's almost like the underground MLS for investors, where people are just, looking for deals on there every day. Wholesalers are posting deals on there every day. And it's a great source of finding deals, right? They got creative finance deals. They got wholesale deals. I mean, there's a lot of deals on there. No matter where you are in the country, you put in your criteria and you should see a lot of off-market deals. Most of these deals are off-market. So that's the great thing about that software. Let's keep it going. Number 7 strategy is novation. Now, this is an advanced strategy, right? And I'm going to do a video about breaking down what novation really is. But just to give you a short kind of story on how it works, novation is essentially when you put a property under contract with a motivated seller, right? And you have a clause in your contract that says, I'm able to novate this property, or I'm able to do a novation with this property. And essentially what you're doing is the way we do it is we list the property on the MLS, right? And you'll use a flat free brokerage company like BrokerList or something like that. You're going to list the property on the MLS, right? And you're looking for a retail buyer. So we've been talking about the whole time leveraging cash buyers, but when you're leveraging the novation strategy, you're listing the property on market on the MLS. You can also have an agent listed if they understand what you're doing. And you're going to be able to try to sell it for a higher value at the retail value of that for that neighborhood, right? And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to have somewhat of a soft lien on the property. And then when it's time to go to closing, because you really can't wholesale or assign a contract to a bank-owned property because the banks are not going to approve that loan. So what you're going to do is you're going to novate it to the buyer, the retail buyer. You're going to have like a lien on the property. You're going to put a memorandum or a notice of interest at the courthouse. You're going to record that. And that lien being removed is going to be the way you get paid. So when the attorney who's running title see that there is a lien on there, that you have equitable interest in that property because you're going to file it. And when they see that, you're going to release that lien for whatever your fee is, right? And we normally make sure that we list the property to account for any closing costs, any commissions, because you are going to have to pay the buyer's agent, and then make sure that our fee is tacked in there, and then make sure, most importantly, that the sellers is going to net the amount that you agreed upon on them with. So that's novation. And again, that's an advanced strategy. I will be doing another video, so stay tuned on breaking down from A to Z a property that I just did a novation on and how we made money on that property. So stay tuned for that video up and coming. So let's keep it going. We on number 8 strategy, guys, and this is SMS blast. Remember earlier we were talking about how you got to build your buyers list, build your wholesaler list, build your agent, realtors list. While you're getting their emails, I said earlier why you want to be able to email them, but also you want to be able to text blast them, right? So this is going to be very, very important because a lot of people don't read their emails all the time. But if you can find a way when you're networking to get the email and the phone number, just imagine, how you can text them, and people respond to texts way faster than they do emails, right? So I like to send them a text. I also like to pick up the phone. If you build because you really only need a good 5 to 10 buyers in your area, right? People think that you need 100, 1,000, 2,000, 20,000 buyers. If you got 5 to 10 good solid buyers, really you can text those buyers, you can call those buyers when you got a property available. That's really all you need. So don't listen to people who saying you got to build your buyers list. I mean, it's good to have a big buyers list. That way you could just mass market at one click of a button. But really, you only need a good 5 to 10 buyers that's really, really actively buying. And out of one of those people, you're going to get a buyer that's going to want to buy that property, especially if it's a good deal. Let's keep it going. We on strategy number 9. We almost to the finish line. Networking at real groups and local meetups, right? So, every pretty much major state or major city got local REIAs, you know what I'm saying? So you can just Google it, local real estate investing association in my area. And join those REIAs, right? It's good. You can find private lenders, you can find cash buyers, you can find investors, you can find education that you want to learn a certain topic on in real estate. They're really, really good. And a lot of them be anywhere from $100 to $300 to $500 a year annually. And you become a member, right? So, and you also get different perks and bonuses and stuff. You get like discounts at Home Depot and other different discounts. And they have a vendors list of discounts that you can get as well for joining. So it's definitely something good to do, be a part of. And then also if you go like to Eventbrite or meetup.com, there's always people who are doing local meetups where you can go to a local meetup, whatever the different topic is. You can network with other investors in the area, other agents, wholesalers, and buyers. And those local meetups, a lot of the time they be free. So you just got to show up and just get your networking on, So I believe networking is one of the most essential things you can do in this business. A lot of these strategies that we talked about so far, the big part about being successful in it is being able to network, right? So you got to get out your comfort zone. You can't be no introvert in this business. You got to be able to get out there and network. And the final and last strategy, now this is a proven strategy. It's a free strategy, but we still do it to this day, is we leverage Zillow, right? So you can leverage Zillow.com 2 different ways. They have a feature on there where I believe you can list for sale by owner. And we do this sometimes. We'll list a listing that we have for sale by owner. But be careful, because sometimes you don't want your seller to see that property listed online. And, they start seeing, oh, you put my property online for sale by owner. But if you feel that this is a way that you can leverage, Zillow, because Zillow is just like the MLS, millions of people are looking at it every day, right? So if you can find a way to leverage for sale by owners on Zillow, that's a great way to be able to sell your properties. And then we also do Zillow searches, right? So Zillow has it to where you can do filters. So I like to look at the area where we have a property we're trying to sell, right? And then what I'll do is I'll do filters. I'll find a comparable property. It has to have similar bedrooms or baths, or even just the same zip code. I would just say flat the same zip code, right? Flat that same zip code and go to sold listings, right? Or you can even go to active listings, right? So with the sold listings, I'll look online and I'll research who actually sold that property, right? And then I can cross-reference like a prop stream or something like that, propstream.com, and I'll look and see who the buyer was. And then I'll, go to open corporates, and I'll find out who owns that LLC, or I'll see who the listing agent was who sold that property or who has something to do with that transaction. And I'll ask that agent, do that buyer want to buy more properties? So that's a good way to leverage Zillow as well as cross-referencing through PropStream. So there you have it, guys. We got through it. We got to the finish line. I just gave you 10 different ways to be able to find cash buyers and to be able to get your wholesale deals sold immediately. Hope you like this video. Make sure you guys, if I left something off, make sure you drop in the comments a strategy that you're using, maybe that I didn't mention, that's helping you out. I would love to be able to, see what strategies working with you so we can help the community. And also make sure you like the video. Make sure you share this video to somebody who's trying to build their buyers list. And most importantly, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I want to make sure I drop the hottest different ways to be able to do this business in today's market. Let's go. Uncle Bill by Holla.